Assalamu alaikum, everybody. My name is Adikram, and I shall be your host for the PPDT grand finale of the Per Linguist Battle of Linguistic Wizards brought to you by English Olympiad. I'll give you a quick overview of what English Olympiad is and what it stands for. First up, we started back in 2017 with the aspiring motto of inspiring leadership, where we search for and find and actually harvest the most talented and the talents we have hidden here in our country. This time, we are taking an online way to do this because due to the pandemic, we cannot go out and about. So, this will not be your conventional English Olympiad. This is more like an online version. We have called the Pro Linguist Battle of Linguistic Wizards. We have gotten through our preliminary round and our very fiery semifinals. Now we are up to our finals, the grand finale of the PPDT, or the Picture Perception and Description Test, will now commence. I would like to have all my participants one by one up with me so I could have their introductions. First up, we have with us Muhammad Rubaitul Ahsan. If I could have Rubaitul up with me, please. Hello, Rubaitul. Could you
Hello,
please
assalamu
introduce yourself?
alaikum. Well, hello, people who are watching me right now. I'm MD Rubatul Hassan from Fozahar Cadet College. Recently, I just completed my SSC examination, that means in the year 2020. And actually, COVID-19 got me stuck when I was just trying to get inside my college life. And actually, it's something different, right? We all got our chance to innovate ourselves, to do something great, right? And that is the reason I'm here in front of you with a view to trying something great and have a good time as well. So it's more than enough, I guess. So thank you for your patience, Evan.
Awesome. That was an amazing wording for your vision. That was great from Rubaitul. Let's move on to our next participant. We have Humaira Binte Kabir with us. Hello, Humaira. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, this is Humaira Binte Kobir. I study in class 10 at Tesgan Government Girls High School. So I want to thank you, the EU team, for giving me such an opportunity in this situation. Thank you.
Awesome. Humaira, what are some hobbies you have?
I like to drawing because recently I have improving my drawing skills.
Awesome. All right. So next up, we will have with us our third participant, which is Arafat bin Habib. Let's have Arafat up with us.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hello Zaid Bhai. Myself Arafat bin Habib, and I passed my SSC examination in this year from Ideal School and College. Not gonna say much, but my hobbies playing video games. I just sit in front of the PC and play video games all the time. That's all. Thank you.
What's your favorite PC game?
Favorite PC game. Look, I have played lots of games, but currently, there. Currently, I'm just playing GTA. So
GTA
started a
5?
new business. Yes, started a new business. That's why I'm engaged in the game for so long.
Awesome. That's a nice hobby. Keeps your mind fresh. All right. Let's move on to our last but not least participant, Ayman Sabit. If I could have Ayman up with me. Hello, Ayman. Could you please introduce yourself?
Thanks a lot, my host Zayed Bhai. Hello everyone, greetings to you all. I'm Aman Sabit, studying in Care College. I was about to appear my HEC exams, but guess what? I'm here in the PPDT finals of English Olympiad. So yeah, thanks a lot to all of you who are watching this, and thanks a lot, a huge shout out to English Olympiad for arranging such a great competition in this quarantine period. So let's see. Best of luck to everyone. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. All right. That was a pretty hearty introduction. I would like to have our adjudicator up with us. We have Shahriar Haq Shishir Bhaiya, who is an amazing organizer and also an amazing adjudicator. I would like to give the floor to Shishir Bhaiya.
Well, hello everyone. I am Mohammad Shahrukh Shishir, currently doing in my sixth semester in East West University, and I am also an organizer in English Olympiad. I have been working here from 2017, and yeah, still here, and I am pretty much excited about this segment. Uh, as it has already been in Polling West, all of the segments have been amazing. So yeah, looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you. All right. Then could I please have all my participants back on the studio so I could explain the first round that we will have. All right. So the first round is called identification, and you will be given a hazy picture which you will have to identify. All of you will be getting the same picture, and but you will have to give different descriptions for what you see over there. Is that understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So there will be a choose a chit type of thing where there will be four chits, and you will choose them randomly. And after you've chosen them, they will be showing the what do you call it? The chronological order that you guys will go through. Like first, who go first and who go last, like that. So you'll have to identify the picture. I'll be calling your names one by one, and you'll be choosing a chit out of the four that will be appearing on your screens in a few moments. Are you guys excited?
More than excited.
You
Definitely.
seem overly elated. Let's see how you do. I believe you'll do good. I believe all the participants will do well because this is the grand finale. We need to spice things up. All right, so we will have your chats up in a graphical form in a few moments. The chats will be appearing in a few moments. Let's wait for the graphics team to do that. In the meantime, let's read some Facebook Live comments. Abdi Chaudhry says, "Good luck, Arafat." Nahian Ahmed says, "Best of luck, everyone." F.A. Raheen says, "All the best." Nushat Noshin says, "Shishir Bhai with 3 fires." We see that Shishir Bhai gets some love from our audience as well because he's such an amazing adjudicator. All right, so we'll have the chits up in a few moments. Or we seem to be missing a slide, but that is a technical problem, and we'll resolve that shortly. In the meantime, Rubaitul, what are your hobbies? What hobbies do you have?
Well, actually, if I just start talk about my hobbies, it will take so long. Maybe it will take the whole day. So as far I go for the hobbies, two of my hobbies are to play video games and to poke people.
Why? How do you find poking people your hobby? Like, why do you like it? What do you do?
Actually, I don't know. Sometimes I get compliments from my friends like poking is my passion. That's how I poke people. Whenever I go to competition, suppose debate or MUNs, I start to ask POIs or what kind of effective criticism that people always just take me as a poker. I don't know that.
Interest. That's pretty unique. That's the first time I've heard that in my life, and uh, let's see how well you do. All right, we seem to have the chips up on your screens. All right, so let's just call them like a bottom left or bottom right. So I'll have the participants. I'll call your names one by one, and you guys will choose a chat. All right. First up, we have Muhammad Rubaitul Hassan. Could you please choose a chat?
Well, the first one.
All right. So that's for Rubaitul. Then second, we have Humaira. Humaira, could you please choose a chat?
Third one.
All right. Good guess. That's the third one. Then up, we have Arafat. Arafat, could you please choose a chat?
Fourth one.
All right. Arafat chooses the fourth one, which leaves the second one for Ayman Sabit. So we'll be showing the order you guys will go. So first up, we'll have Arafat first. Then second, we'll go Sabit. Then third, we have Rubaitul, and last but not least, we have Humaira. So we'll be showing the picture to you in a few moments. It will be a hazy picture, and you will have to identify what the picture is showing us. All right. So are you? Acha, we have the picture. First up, we will have our first participant, which was Arafa. All right. So Arafat, you will have a. Acha, you will have 1 minute to identify what the picture holds. All right. Go, Arafat. You may start.
Yep. Hold on a minute. I need to tell within the timer, or
Mhm.
I'm just getting 1 minute to just identify.
Can the adjudicator please answer that question?
Okay, you have got 100 seconds for that to identify, just to identify the picture. That's it.
Okay, and then I will tell.
All right. It seems that your time is up.
Well, yes. Thank you so much. I think the overall picture seems like it is in an outdoor place where a bunch of people and one or is just commanding others by bending their body down to next to it. And overall, if I just tell in one sentence, it seems to me like an outdoor frame where a bunch of people are doing and they are showing the repeaters in a blurry image. That's all what I think.
Awesome. Your answer has been acknowledged by the adjudicator. And next up, we will have our next participant for the first round. We will have Ayman Sabit up with us. We will have Ayman up with us in a few moments. Let's wait till the team gets that ready. Maisha Maliha Broma says all of them seem like fighters. That's true. Let's see who can fight the best and win the grand finale. All right. So we will have our next participant up with us. Hello, Ayman. Welcome back. So your time starts
Hello.
now.
If I'm not wrong, this is the allotted time for me to identify.
Yes, correct. All right, your time seems to be up, so you will give us what you think right now in 20 seconds,
Okay.
please.
So at first, it's an outdoor event, and in an outdoor event, I meant it's a war field. Recently, a bomb has blasted there, and that's why we see that brownie or hazy air there. And we can see, I can identify three people who are in the running motion, where I'm seeing the rightmost one has his leg lifted up. So both of three of them are in running motion, and it's a scenario of a war field where recently a bomb has been blasted there,
All
and they
right.
are running for secure themselves. Thank you.
Okay, so we have had Aman's answer. Then we will have a third participant for the first round up with us. We will have Rubaitul. Rubaitul, welcome back. So you will have 100 seconds to identify and 10 seconds to tell your answer. Go.
Okay, Rubaitul, if you have stopped thinking, or like if you have already identified, then you can tell.
Okay,
You
thank
don't
you,
have to
sir.
wait for the time.
Uh,
You can continue,
well,
Rubaitul.
thank you, sir, for the floor. As far my perception goes, like it is actually a rugby game which is played by hand, and the person in the middle he is going forward with the ball, and the opponent team is making his stuck so that he cannot pass with the ball. So my perception goes like this.
All right, so we have had Rubaitul's perception. Then we will have up with us Humaira bint Kabir. Hello, Humaira. Welcome back. So you will have 100 seconds to identify, and if in any point you're done with identifying, you may give us your answer. Have you understood?
Okay. Can I explain now?
Yes. You may start. Your time starts.
Okay. Do I have to wait for the ending or I start now?
And
I
you
can.
can start whenever you're comfortable.
Okay. Um, According to the PPDT, what is first came to my mind is that it is a outdoor game where a bunch of people watching, and here are three people in the playground, and I think two are uh, trying to I think two are the members of the game and the other one is the referee. Thank you.
All right. So that was Humaira's answer. I believe that Judicator has acknowledged your answer. Then I will have all my participants back for the explanation of the second round. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So, the second round is called Explanation on Identification. So, you will be giving the logic behind what you have identified. There will be 10 points for this round, and the time for each participant is 3 minutes. So, basically, you will be giving 3 minutes to justify your standpoint about what you have identified it as. Have all of you understood? Have all of you understood? I need a yes from everybody. Humaira,
Yes.
Arafat, Ayman,
Yes, I
Rubatul.
got it.
Awesome. That seems perfect. I will call your names one by one, and you will give the explanation behind what you have identified. So, first up, we will have Arafat bin Habib to explain why they have identified it as such. Uh, all right.
Thank you so much for giving me the floor to analysis, because I believe this picture must be trying to depict something very important. All of us have said it is an outdoor film. I'm giving the explanation why. Just look at the upper part and look at the lower part. They both are in contrast color. Upper side seems like they are covered with totally grass and totally grass trees and everything, and the lower part seems like it's the soil or any ground places where. Now I'm just talking about just honorable adjudicator, just look about the shape. This shape seems like this. We know this player, the picture is blurry. We don't understand it is the material or it's the stuff or it's the people. But I'm just giving logic for both. If it's just the stuff, the both stuff are not in an exact figure. They both might be lower to each other. And if we just think this is a picture of a bunch of people, as I have said earlier, I think this is a picture of a bunch of people, because there is a round circle point at the upper part that seems like that is quite dark and black. That seems like a hair to me of a human. So on this basis, I only think this is a human, and the human is not in the right shape. Like, just look at me. I'm just straight to you, and you are just looking at me. Just move like this or bend like this, you will see I am not in a straight position. So I think in my overall analysis, this is picture of a bunch of people where one person is instructing others and others are in a serial shape. Just look at the left part. There are two specific dark marks over there, and in the right side there are only one. So I think there are two or three people in the left side. They are just listening to the one leader or one person who is just instructing them and just doing for this, and everything that the intention might be everything. This might be war. This might be any challenge or everything. But overall, this thing, if I'm not telling this, I'm honest. But this might be a picture of important discussion where someone is trying to convince others to do something or to be or they might be might be get instructed by one individual people. That's all I think. So hopefully we will understand me. And I'm sorry if I have said anything wrong. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for your answer, Arafat. That was a well structured answer. So we will have our second participant up in a few moments, where they will get 150 seconds as well to explain why they have identified as they have. All right. We have Ayman Sabit with us. Ayman, welcome back. You will have 150 seconds, and your time starts now.
Okay, thank you, honorable host and adjudicator, for giving me the chance to say again. So, as per my perception, what I'm seeing here, as I've said before, I consider it as an outdoor platform, and more specifically, it's a war field. Now, the reason why I told it as a war field, because in the war field, people run haphazardly. They don't run. They don't run in a specific direction. So here, what I can identify is there are three heads, three black dots, which can denote three heads. Like when I'm facing this way and or I'm facing backward, only the black part of my hair will be visible there. So from that point of view, I'm seeing that there are three heads, and two of them are running to the left, and one of them is running to the right, and all of them are bending their body. So when we run or when we try to evade from a situation, then we try to bend our body and run faster in order to evade that situation. And more precisely, now from since 1945 or 1971, the world hasn't witnessed a war so severely. And I also think that this is the picture taken in the 1940s or the 1914s, in the time of the First World War or the Second World War, when the cameras were of a different color. They denote sepia sepia grained picture, not the colorful ones. So from that perspective also I can say that it's a picture of a warfield. And more precisely, all of them are bending their body, and one of them is just bending his leg to run more faster. And if I consider the explanation or the perception of other participants, where they have denoted it to be a officer in command giving his command to his subordinates, then I must say that when we give a command, or when a leader gives a command to his subordinates, they follow a specific direction. They don't go here and there, and two of them are going left, one of them are going right. So we don't observe that when
Okay,
we when we see.
I would like to interrupt because you were giving the discussions. You are being in the discussion, so it will be in the next round. You just have to give the logic. So I think you are done. That's it, I
Yes, I'm
guess.
done. Thanks a lot.
All right. We would thank you for the interjection, dear adjudicator. Then we will have our next participant up with us for the explanation of why they have identified it. We have Rubaitul, and your timer will start now.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, for giving the floor once again. So, according to the perception of MD Rubai Tilestan, it was a rugby match. To be very specified, I will not go for it can be a war. I will not go for it can be an outdoor game. I will go very specified. And what is the reason? First of all, the thing is the person who was running in the middle, he is going in one direction, and two of the persons they are going in the opposite direction. That means they are the opponent team members, and that is the reason that they are running in the opposite direction. And it is accentuated that it is a sports match, or rugby to be specified, whatever it would be. And I'm pretty sure that it cannot be a battlefield, because two of them are running in one direction and another running in the opposite direction. So it cannot be happening in a bomb blast or warfield, because to save themselves, they have to go through a safe zone, and they have to go through the same zone. So salute to you, to those very people who consider it as a warfield. And after that, if I go for the perception or the description of my PPDT, I would obviously say that actually why I just consider it's a rugby match. Suppose if I just consider on football or cricket, the competitors or the players would not be that much enthusiastic. It could be accentuated because their motion or their body movement, it could express that they are playing footballs or they're playing cricket or something like that. But as for their body movement or the way they're just approaching to each other, it is seeming that they're eager to get something. And it is seeming that the two of the persons beside that very middle portion person, they're trying to proceed towards the middle person. And only the reason is the ball is in his hand and they just want to snatch it up. And that is the reason he is trying to save. And is it seeming that the middle person, he is trying to throw the ball? And as far we have seen, if the opponent team or the player, he thinks that he cannot take it anymore, he just passes the ball to another player of the same team, right? So with a view to defending himself, he is trying to pass the ball and they're trying to go forward. And actually it is obviously very relevant to outdoor game, and to be specific, to be rugby game, because the body movement and the motion, it is being very accentuated that it is something which you need to concentrate on your hands. You need to throw something very fast. And that is the reason it is seeming to me that it's a rugby game. And actually, I would like to relate that as the besider players, they are trying to move very close to that very person. They are from the opponent teams and they're trying to attack and to snatch the ball. And I think that the perception or the description that I have provided, it would be more than enough for the description. With this, I would like to conclude here. Thank you for your patience, everyone.
All right, that was a very elated and descriptive explanation from Rubaitul. We will have our next participant up with us for their explanation. All right, so Humara, welcome back. Your timer starts now.
Okay, as I said earlier that there are three person and it is an outdoor game, and every participant in directly or indirectly said that. But there are three, as I said, there are three members, and two members are the are playing members, player player, and the other was giving the many conduct or things, many orders. And other participants like said that it is a warfield. It can't be warfield because if it a warfield, that there would be many people. There wouldn't be just three people who were going here and there. So as we see that there are two people in the front, and one of them are going to left side and other one is going to right side. And here and the beside and the in front of them or no, beside of them there is a mass who is if we can notice his position, it looks like that he is trying to say something or them conduct them something about. So it can't be a Werefield because a Werefield include many members and uh, many members cause and it's not even looking like fighting scene. Yeah, I think it is a game outdoor game which can be a football or cricket, and front of two people are trying to run. I think it's cricket game, and other there are bunch of people who are cheering. So okay, thank you. It's my was debate.
Alright, that marks the end of Humari's explanation for her identification. Alright, that was the end of our second round. Now we will be moving on to our towards our third round. If I could have all four of my participants back with me so I can explain the rules of the third round. We will have Revital up with us in a few moments. We'll wait until we can reconnect. Alright, we seem to have reconnected, I think. Alright, so what we have here is our third round, which is called Rant for One's Stand, where the participants will be debating on each other's logic, and the picture will remain the same. There will be 10 points for this round, and you will have 3 minutes time. The participants will be debating on each other's logic. So basically, what you're going to do is you're going to uh, see what the other people's description. You're gonna see what they are and debate upon them and tell us why you're right. All right, so I'll be going for names one by one, and you will come up and show us your stand and show us your viewpoint. All right, first up, we will have with us Rafat bin Habib. Your time will start in a few moments. You have 4 minutes, I see. So your time starts now.
One second. Can be this can be one question, please.
All
Hello.
right, all right.
One question. I have one question.
Yeah, please.
Honorable adjudicator, can is it just possible that I am just discussing other logics first and then discussing about my logic?
Yeah, sure, no
Is
problem.
this,
No problem.
okay, I am ready to start.
Start.
All right, go.
Ah, thank you so much. Other participants discussed about my points, even though that was supposed to be in this round actually. And thanks to the judges for mentioning this invalid approach. But they have explained my points too. So that's why I'm just talking about this last. There is too much irony in this fact when the method of PPDT is just you have to explain what you see in a blurry picture. So how could they be so much exact about any specific war, any specific game or something? It is actually a blur picture. I'm not telling that I am right because this is the method actually. One participant said it was a war. It was they all have said the same thing. It is an outdoor thing. It is a bunch of people. That's all I have told in the first round. In the first, so another one they have said this is all about a war. So how could we be so sure? Because we are not seeing people moving from right there, or there is no exact weapon or any exact material that indicate this is a war. War must be in a specific zone or there's something. Yes, there might be, but we are not seeing there. So we cannot. The logic is invalid according to me because there is no picture. And second was the rugby match. Look, I understand the logic. There is, as I said, there is a dark circle over there that might be considered as a rugby ball. But what do I think? If it is a if it is a rugby ball, so where is the contrast color of helmet or hairs of those participants? I don't see anything like that. That's my logic. If it is a rugby ball, you have the ball is very dark. That is all the time. So yes, I understand that people are towards each other in the opposite direction, but there is no specific. We are not seeing them moving or something like that. That's what I think. The logic I defend about myself, and that their logic is invalid in this case. That we are not seeing anyone moving, because this is a blurry picture. There is no balls or their helmet. If it is a helmet, then this is not the ball. Then how can you be sure about this rugby? This is not what, because we're not seeing people moving or running like that. There's actually a blurry picture, just seeing a contrast color, a ground, and the outer thing is that's all okay. Now the I'm just talking about my point. Why I have said that I am saying that this is a blurry picture and I am not sure about this thing. That's why I'm just talking about a bunch of people. What is quite literal, that is understandable to the judges, and that's to me and to everyone. That's it. The thing is, I am just saying this is the instruct. There's a bunch of people. Everyone has said that there's outdoor peak, and a bunch of people in the different direction. As we have seen, honorable adjudicator noted that this thing. There is a shape like this, and one is there, and one people is there. There's both are in opposite direction, but I don't see them moving. So I believe they are just still toward still, and one is just bending towards each other and just instructing like this. That's how I am just showing body language. And this is why I think the logic is quite proper and clear to everyone. We have to understand the fact that PPDT is not a, yes, they might be right, they might be accurate, but I am just talking about my perspective about the competition method, that we are not seeing anyone moving or any specific material, any weapon that it might indicate the war. It is, my point is this: there's a simple picture that is totally understandable to everyone, not just participant, not the adjudicator. It's all about everyone. As it is, as I am here to explain the important message that is trying to be shown in this picture, and that's why I think my logic is comparatively lenient and transparent to everyone, because there might be right, but not the exact, which is understandable to everyone. So I think I have completed preaching my logic to everyone, and thank you so much for the opportunity. I loved it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Arafat, for your amazing debate on this topic. Next up, we will have our second participant up with us, and let's see if they can match Arafat's excellence. All right, so we have Ayman with us, and your time will start now.
Okay. Thank you, honorable host and honorable judge, to again give me the chance to say something. Now, I'm pointing off the logics given by my previous participants. That is, the participant who assumed the place or the picture as a rugby field or some rugby match, and some of the participants were saying that three people can be there in a war. So, okay, participants understand that it's a certain portion or a certain scenario of a war, and if three people or three persons can be there on a certain portion of a war, how come three persons will be in the rugby match, or how come three persons will be there in a football or a cricket match? Then again, if I come to the point that it's a rugby match, so I don't know whether my participant, fellow participant who said it to be a rugby match is so strong enough to play rugby without the arm guards, without the helmets, without the kneecaps and all that. Because what all I'm seeing is that three people are there, they are running towards different directions, and they have no sort of arm guard or something. Because when we see the rugby players, they are more of a bulky structure, and what I'm seeing here, three of them are very flimsy and very thin, I should say. So two of them are running to the left and one of them are running to right. In a rugby match, all of the players, they run after the ball, in a specific directions. So can the participant explain me the reason how he thinks that it to be a rugby match when the participants in the PPDT picture are running in different directions? Now coming to the logic of other participant, that is, one participant assumed it to be a leader commanding to his subordinates. So when we see the march past, or many of us has been to BHCC and cadet colleges, so when we see the march past, we see that it's in a designed order, or it's in a mentioned order, when the leader is there in the front and the whole team is in front. But when the people in the PPDT picture are haphazard and they're moving here and there, how can we assume it to be a leader who is giving command to his subordinate? I don't know why. Now, defending my logic on the picture is that why I assumed it to be a war field. That is, first of all, the picture or the color of the picture. I guess many of the participants have heard the name of the napalm or the barrel bombs. When the napalm or the barrel bombs hit on the ground, they produce a brownish fume or a brownish aura to the whole area. So as I'm seeing this, there is a brownish aura here, and the people are running here and there. So I can firmly say it to be a war field, where I denote it to be a certain or a particular portion of a war field, not the whole war field at a glance. Again, all the people are bending their body and they're running here and there. So when we do bend our bodies and when we see a haphazard motion, we can clearly state that all of the participants here, they are clearly trying to evade from the situation. And here is a thing, that when all of them are trying to evade from the situation, we can assume it to be a danger or assume it to be a problem. So from that perspective also, I can define it to be a certain portion of a war field, where the people are running with their lives, they're bending their body, some of them are coughing and laughing at the same time. That's why their bodies are bent. And as far as I've mentioned about the brownish image or or the color of the PPDT, that's maybe the napalm or the barrel bomb, which may be used in the war field. And the moment when the bomb blast in the ground, they started running, and that's why they are in a haphazard motion. I think my clarifications and rebuttal will be enough for this segment. Thanks a lot.
I guess our host is freeze, having any network issues, I guess. Okay, so Rubaitul, you may continue with the session.
Well, thank you, Honorable Chair, for giving the floor to MD Rubai to listen once again. So the thing is, one of the participants was just saying that in our discussion session, we were not allowed to debate. But actually, your points were so baseless, I couldn't even stop myself to resist. I couldn't even stop to debate. Well, our first speaker, you're not even sure about that. Which picture is it? You're just blaming that it's a blurry picture, and that is why you're not being to specify it. For your kind information, in the PPDT speech, they are supposed to be a blurry picture so that there would be confusion and you can get to the specified topic or the thing that was mentioned. So if you cannot identify a blurry picture, why are you here to explain and your logics? So actually, I would like to say you're confused enough. Maybe it would be a warfield, maybe it would be people, something like that. And you have mentioned only one thing, that it could be a leader as well. Where you have seen a leader would just give a speech like that and people will gather, but where they're supposed to run, the whole world is very fortunate that they didn't get any leader like you just mentioned. Actually, the world is literally very fortunate. And if I just go about the logic of the second speaker, he just mentioned me that in rugby match there will be bulky players. For your kind of information, if you go for the America, each and every state and each and every regions, their high school students and their university students, they play rugby and without any safeguard, and they don't have any bulky body as well. With this thin body they play, and it's not impossible to capture this kind of photos where three players will be there. So question goes to you, how the football players and the rugby players, they capture their personal photo whenever they're just playing football, or the aliens or the UFOs, they're just capturing their photo? Question goes to you, or you don't have any conception about the games and sports. First of all, you just try to mention that your irrelevant logics. First of all, your logic that doesn't have any base, and you are trying to make our bases or our bases more weaker. So actually hatred goes to you, and you try to mention that it is a bombing, it's a kind of bound fog, and that is why the people are getting confused, they're not being able to identify the right direction. So question goes to you, where two of the people who are very close to him, so why he will be confused, man? Or he tried to participate in the battle being blind? Well, actually, the headquarters of the army or armed forces, they couldn't even notice that he was blind. Oh, huge clap goes to you. Previous, I just saluted, and now I'm just clapping. And another perception goes to you. You just try to mention that the first speaker, you were not sure that we are just running. So as per I can see that, if I see or if I just concentrate at the first player, that means the player who is just situated at the front, he is just running, he's just being very accentuated. Oh, I just forgot. You're just blaming that you have been provided with a blurry picture. Sorry, extremely sorry for that. And the third speaker, whenever you are just providing your logic, the speaker, that means CMD Rubaitul couldn't go through your logic actually. So what would I just talk about the anti-logic? So try to specify the thing and try to go through literally to the topic or the thing that was provided. And if I just go for accentuating my own motion, I would obviously say that I just told you before that it is possible to capture the photo of 3% whenever in the rugby match. And it is being very accentuated that it's a ground, and before that it's just a limitation or a boundary, and after that they are the audience, and that is why the whole picture is looking like that. And actually I just told you before that second speaker just mentioned me that in rugby match everyone is running after the ball. They are not like you, they are just running after the first prize, they're not just debating all the time. There are something called defenders. Whenever any person is looking through the goal, there are some players whose role is to defend, to stop the player, and they are doing the same. And that is the reason the speaker and the Rubaitulation thinks that it is a rugby game and two of the players are making stop because they are the defenders, or otherwise it will be a goal. It's a matter of respect, right? The opponent player will close the goal, and that is the reason that they are making him stuck. And these are the logics and anti-logics that I am believing that it's a rugby match. And to be very specified, to be a participant in a PPDT speech, it's my role, it is my duty to specify you people what is the truth actually. So with the hope that you will try to know about the truth and not to participate in a PPDT without any conception, I would like to conclude here. Thank you.
Well, that was a very animated and upbeat debate from Rubaitul with lots of poking. I see why that's your hobby. That was very animated, to be fair. Then we will have our next participant up with us, and let's hear what Humaira has for us. Your time starts now.
Okay, I heard the earlier participants' logic. So as the earlier participant, they're all the other things was their werewolf, and earlier I said about that unknowingly. Uh, so someone said that there are two person who are running for this is werewolf, and who are running. Two person were running, and one person were instructed them. Where it how can it be possible that in the notable occasion two person and all persons are running, and here we can see a two-person running, and the other are instructed them go here and there. It can't be possible. Yeah. And then other one said that we can't, if it were as I said that it is a playground or a playing field, and the other one said that it can't be playing field for um, cause because can 3% in the can be 3% play in the field. uh, if we see that can't we take picture from the corner or a side, again here can be 3% also. Okay. So as I to my logic, it's a playground where 2 persons are 3 person we are seeing, and 2 person are playing. 2 person are player member. I think it's a cricket field. It's a field where players are playing cricket, and 2 person are trying to do a run, and the other was referee who was trying to contact them, but or instructed them. Okay, that's all was my theories.
All right, so that was all we had from Humaira. All right, then we'll be moving on to our our fourth round now.
No, no, no. We are gonna see the actual picture now.
All right, then we'll be seeing the actual picture. Shishir Bhaiya will be doing the big reveal everyone has been debating on. Even I am really excited to be seeing what this hazy picture actually holds. Let's this. Wow. All right. This shows us the actual picture. We see it was a Bangladesh versus England match, and Rubel Hussein, I guess, is elated with a wicket, and we see the English batsman there sad and bending.
This is
So
a very historical moment in Bangladesh cricket because that was the very last wicket when Rubel Hussain bowled
bowled
out
out England
James
for
Anderson,
him.
and
That was
Bangladesh went
amazing.
up to qualify for the quarterfinal in the 2015 World Cup. So yeah, this was actually the picture. It has been blurred and has been given some effects. So yeah,
A
and
lot of sound effects, it
yeah.
seems.
So no worries. Like the judgment will be done according to your logics. This is just the actual picture. The way you people reflected your logics were amazing. I am totally confused. Like who's gonna win? I'm totally confused with the marking.
It
So,
seems the
okay, so let's.
adjudicator is excited to mark the competition here. There seems to
Yeah,
be high level of competition because we have seen a wide range of descriptions by everyone, and it seems that we have it's like our world too, because we see the world with different pairs of eyes. So we see it from different perceptions, and we have different descriptions for it. Just like that, we were given a very, very, very hazy picture, and every one of you had different perceptions and descriptions for it, and in the end it turned out to be a historic moment of our country, and we'll see how our adjudicator gets down to marking that. All right, so we will now have our fourth round, which is called Spot the Difference, where the participants will be shown two similar images with one single difference, and they have to identify it. And this round, as all the others, will be holding 10 points. Is that understood, everybody? Humaira, Rubaitul, Ayman, and Arafat.
Yes, sir.
All clear.
All right, then we will be moving on to our fourth round with all of you coming one by one up to the stage to give us your performance for the first round. So first up, we will be having our first participant. We'll have the team. All right, so the first participant for the fourth round is Arafat bin Habib. I'd like to have Arafat. Are you excited for the first round?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
How do you think you've done so far?
I try to give my best according to the logic because you know the picture. You all know the picture was totally out of the box. Yeah, that was so. Yeah, I'm just enjoying it. Making things enjoying.
Awesome. It's important to give your best always. All right, so you'll have 150 seconds and you can go. You have to
Oh,
identify
wait
the
a minute.
difference.
Can could you please repeat it? This just got. I need to understand. I just went out of the screen for a bit, so I need to. I'm in the mobile. Wow.
All right,
Yes, now
we'll
you
have the
can
timer
start.
question.
You can start.
All right,
You
so
can start.
have you understood the rules? So you'll be giving two
Yes.
pictures, which are okay. All right, so we'll start with the two pictures appearing on your screen in a few moments. Good luck, Arafat. Your time starts now.
There is a shadow at the light post. There is a different shadow over here in front of the
Oh.
next to the light post. There's different shadow.
All right. We'll have our studio hosts circle out the difference. So, which picture is it in, Arafat?
It is on the first picture and the second picture. Both are differences. That's all.
All right. So you
And
have marked
just
the difference.
just look at the last building. There is a something long shape thing that is a bit long, and that is yes, that's the thing. That's the difference.
All right.
Uh,
So
that-
that's another difference. Then
why the picture is being blurry in front of me? No, that's problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 58 seconds.
time is running out.
Yes, I'm. Oh, well, I find nothing more than that.
All right. We'll have our studio host team find out all the differences for us one by one. We're seeing the differences revealed. I can see more differences still.
Basically, I don't know why the picture was a bit blurry in front of me. That the right part I was watching blurry.
All right, then we will have our next participant. All right, we'll be showing all the differences we had. All right, that was the end of that. So we have Ayman Sabit with us to spot the five
Yes,
differences
I'm
in
there.
150 seconds. All right, so the two pictures will be appearing in front of you in a few moments. We have Mario and Luigi, I believe. A classic. Your timer will be up there in a few moments. Please wait until your timer starts.
Shall I start? I can't
Uh,
see the
I,
timer
I,
actually.
I'll tell you when to start. It's all right.
Okay, sure.
We'll wait until the timer is being shown. In the meanwhile, we'll see some of the Facebook comments. Radia Nashra Ahona says, "Here comes the Matha Quran around." All right, so we have our timer up, and the timer will
Okay,
start.
so
Go.
at first the eyes of Mario in the left picture.
All right, so you have identified the eyes of Mario seem to be different in the pictures, and you
Yes.
can
Then
go on to the
then
next one.
then there are two differences in the figure standing next to Mario in the left picture or the right picture. Anyone? That is, in the right picture there is one button, and in the left picture there are two buttons
All
on
right,
the shirt.
you have identified the buttons. Next up, which
Then
difference have you
then
found?
the socks. Then the socks of the left figure of the right leg, I guess.
All right, nicely orated. All right,
Yes.
then let's have another difference, please.
Then in the right picture of Super Mario, there is a red dot behind the left leg that isn't visible in the left one, in the left picture.
All right, that marks four differences. Do we have another one from you?
I know, I don't know it's a different or not, but beneath the left leg of Super Mario, there is a logo which is not evident in the left picture. Is it a
Uh,
difference?
Dear adjudicator, if you could answer that question, please.
No, no, you have to ignore that. That is actually
Okay,
a sponsor or something like that. A
okay,
logo,
got
just
it.
a logo.
Keep looking. You have time.
Okay, so the cap of the left figure, there's a L in the left picture and there's a U on the right picture.
Perfectly done. That was an amazing performance from Arman Sabit. I
Thanks a lot.
thought you'd see the L and the U in the first place because that's what I noticed first. All right. You have perfectly gotten the five differences. We'll be moving on to our next participant, Mohammad Jubaitul Hassan. Let's see what he has in store for us. He has been given an amazing performance. So we have a picture of Disneyland, I believe, and your timer starts now.
First of all, at the left picture there is an extra, what can I say, shade, but in the right picture there is not. What what did you say? I don't even know. At the left
Could,
side of the picture, that means yes,
could you please be clear?
well, at the left picture there is an extra building kind of, uh, but in the right side there is not.
On which side of the on the picture?
Right side, right side. In the left side of the picture, in the right side.
Is that
Yep,
correct?
yep,
All
yep.
right, good job. Next, we'll have another one from you.
Yeah, the height of the, what can I say? The tower is a bit, the tower is a bit higher in the right picture, but it's a bit lower in the left picture.
All right, so we'll mark the towers. We'll hear another difference from you in a while. Let's see how you do.
There are three, what can I say, holes at the left picture. That means, what can I say? In the tower, three holes, but in the right side of the picture, there are two holes.
All right, you have identified the number of holes. Let's hear another difference. You have 20 seconds left and the clock is ticking.
I have got a difference. In the left side of the picture, the tower, that means the height was a bit higher, but in the right picture, it was a bit lower. That means at the very left side. At the very left side.
Uh,
Yes, this one, this one, this one, this one.
all right, so we have marked that. Your time has elapsed with that, and we shall find out what the 5 differences actually were. So the differences have been shown. It was the tower on the left, the holes, the height of the tower, Mickey's ear, and the dog's pants. There seems to be a patch on the left one and none on the right. So that was it for Rubaitul's 4th round. Next up, we will have our next participant. We have Humaira with us. Humaira, are you excited for the 4th round?
Yes.
All right, so the pictures will be appearing in front of you in a few moments, and your time starts now.
This picture in the left side on the table, here's orange or something. I think there is a spoon, but in the right side there's not any. Front of the cup.
In front of the cup, is there a spoon? All right, is that marked correctly?
Yes. Hmm. Okay, in the pot, the left side there is a bottom of something, but on the right side there is not any.
All right.
Above the pot.
On the pot, could you please explain?
The left side, under the bird, black thing, something.
Is that correct? All right, good
Yes.
job.
Okay. Okay. On the left picture, the dress was, I think, bigger, and the left picture it is cutting something. Yeah, can you understand? The red dress with the on the of the cup. Can you see? Hello.
Uh, uh,
The mane uh hand dress. How can I
okay, so
explain?
we'll mark the right hand of the cat. We'll
Yes.
mark the right hand of the cat. All right. I believe that marks the end of your time. So we have marked the differences on the screen. So we have the differences that you've missed and the ones you've gotten correct. All right. So I believe that marks the end of our fourth round, and we will have our results up in a few moments while our adjudicator Shishir Bhaiya tallies them up and gives us our results. All right. So how do you guys think you've done? Ayman, how do you think you've done?
I think it was an amazing thing to do actually, and I think for the picture differences, I was a bit fortunate because the other guys has to put a lot of effort there, and a huge clap for everyone out there. You guys did a great job. So yeah, I was enjoying the whole session, all the heated up debates by Rubaitul and all that. It was really great experience to be with you guys. Thanks a lot.
All right, Arafat, how was it participating, and what do you have to say for people who haven't participated? Like, what? How would you encourage them to participate in these type of competitions?
Definitely, I will encourage them. As I have said earlier, the grand finale is not just a grand finale; it is also the disclaimer or the trailer of the upcoming great sessions of you. Like, just look at the platform, the grand finale, and everything. The questions are, yes. In the last round, I could not do better because that was a bit tough. My differences were, so I don't mind. I got the spark. I loved being in this platform and at this participate. I look forward to meeting Rubayat in any MU sessions in forward. Uh, yes, we will be there on time. আর আজকে তো আর ডিফেন্ডার পরে করা যায় নাই তাই না ইনশাআল্লাহ
All right,
it was a great session. Best of luck to everyone, and I will encourage you to all um, to be a part of this event in future too. Thank you so much.
awesome. That was a nice few words. Rubaitul, I would like to ask you, how did you stumble upon the Perlinguist Battle of Linguistic Wizards?
Actually, to me, it was a kind of newer and unique kind of experience, and I couldn't expect that it would be that much enthusiastic and that much enjoyable for all of us. And actually, I would like to say to all of you, do participate in those sorts of unique competitions. And to the participants, please don't put me in your block list from now onwards. Maybe I just go through a lot of debates, and that was really good. But actually, it was only for the sake of debate. Okay, do not take it that much
Yes,
personal. So,
that's the thing. Shishir Bhai is in a problem. Like, it was more a debate or in a controversial situation than an analysis. Like, it was out of our box. There was no part of analysis because the picture was totally different. And Humaira Apu got it somehow. Don't know how. It was like when your skills meet the right scope, you will meet the success. That's how I believe, and that's all.
well,
Awesome. It seems
Actually,
that
it was.
Arafat has an amazing
I'm not
philosophy
done. I'm
about
not
life.
done.
I
Um,
believe that
Actually, it was.
Humaira got
Hello.
really close to what it really was. So, all right, Humaira, let's hear from you. How did you come to that decision?
Yeah. Actually, it was my first time, and I was honestly nervous, and but I'm now encouraged much, so I will try my best again next time.
All right, amazing. So we have our points table with us, and the acquired points table is as follows. In first position, we have Ayman Sabit with 32.5 points. In second position, we have Rubaitul with 31 points, and Humaira with 27 points, and Arafat with 24.5 points. So we see the table is headed by Ayman and Rubaitul. Congratulations to both of you. How are you guys feeling, Ayman and Rubaitul?
Well, it is
Thanks a
feeling actually.
lot. Yeah,
You
Rubetul,
guys,
you may go on. Then I will follow you up.
Well, it was really a great experience, and I didn't even expect that the logic, the baseless logic that I just showed in the form of my base, and actually I didn't deserve that prepositions because there were high individuals and congruous individuals along with me. So actually, that was really very nice of you, and it was my pleasure to be one of you guys. And thanks to the English Olympiad for organizing such a unique event. And thank you all. Thank you to the host as well. That means the host and the adjudicator. It was really nice to be all of you. How can you manage yourself to just entertain all of us guys and boost up our, what can I say, morality whenever we are just going through a crucial situation? So I feel that was so nice of you. Thank you for inspiring us.
all right. Thank you for your kind words, Rubaitul. Let's hear from Ayman.
At first, thanks a lot for to the adjudicator Shishir Bhaiya for putting such a great effort, and also thanks to host Zaid Bhaiya for putting a great effort as well. You guys are doing stunning job. The whole English Olympiad team is actually doing stunning job throughout the month. We have observed a really amazing competition, and for me, it was a great session to get introduced with some enthusiasts like Rubaitul, Arafat, and Humaira. So it was a really nice experience for me. And as far as for the winning, I think all of us are the winners. And I think it was a really nice session to have. It was a really nice afternoon to have with you guys. Thanks a lot.
All right. So another big congratulations for Ayman for being the champion of the PPDT Grand Finale of the Pro Linguist Battle of Linguistic Wizards, and Ruwaitul Hassan for being the first runners-up. Congratulations to both of you, and congratulations to all the participants who have participated so far. A special congratulations to the participants who have participated in the grand finale, because it's an amazing feat. You got to the grand finale, and that is a thing to be noteworthy in its own. And thank you to our adjudicator for wonderfully judging this session. I believe it was quite hard as the competition was fiery and the debate even more so. Thank you to our studio hosts, Orni Mapu and PL Bhaiya, for always being there and keeping us together. I would like to thank the audience as well for being so supportive of all our participants and putting them through. I would like to mention that the organizers of this event have been doing a great job, and they have been working tirelessly day and night to make this possible for everyone. And shows that we have nowadays, it's all credit to them, because as a team we have been working tirelessly, and that lets us put the best out there for you, the audience, participants. And it is, I would say, that a collective effort from the adjudicators, the host team, and our team at the EO for being able to pull off such an event. And it has been amazing to have gotten the opportunity to work with everyone. And I would like to congratulate the participants again, because the amount of confidence you have and the agility with which you answer is pretty amazing. Because getting all that from a hazy picture with only a few color gradients and maybe a dark shape here and a light shape there, and the meaning that you were able to extract from that very hazy image, it was amazing, and it showed your skills in picture perception and description. And with that, I would like to sign off. My name is Adikram, and this was the grand finale of the picture perception and description test, where we got our champion Ayman and our runners-up Rubaitul Ahsan. Congratulations, everybody, and with that, I will be taking my leave. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, and have a good day.